First off, you don't have a name for a group of hats because nobody should own a group of hats.
What if they're sentient?
You don't have sentient.
They're coming after me.
Look.
What if the sentient hats are coming after me? Indiana Jones style.
A Mad Hatter.
There you go. Look at you.
This is what happens when you get a few beers in you. And all of a sudden you start coming up with stupid stuff.
Well.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Enrique. And this is with Board Game Snobs. I got my two friends here.
Friends, I don't know.
Sorry, friends?
Acquaintances, mild acquaintances. This was a mistake.
Whatever.
This was a mistake.
What, you wanted me to say that I got you guys off the streets?
Whatever.
We got you off the streets. You're not even wearing sleeves.
Whatever.
You're wearing a tank top.
This is what Miami wears all the time.
No. This is Texas. All right, this is our annual.
I thought this was Enrique's.
This is our annual Enrique episode, brought to you by Joe G, who has demanded
by Joe G.
That has demanded that we have Enrique on the podcast.
Hashtag more Enrique.
Yes, hashtag more Enrique.
Well, at least someone loves
Here you go.
When you only have 6 fans, and one of them,
you have to appease them.
You got to appease them.
When you can name them by name, each and every one. There you go. All right, Enrique.
Sad.
What's up?
It makes it more personal, I find.
It is.
To know our fans by name, the few that we have. It's like a gang.
A gaggle.
No, it's a gang, because you know that's what you call a group of elk, a gang.
Oh, really?
I was thinking like...
You're not thinking at all?
Yeah, whatever.
What do you call a group of hats?
Group of hats?
Yeah. A closet?
No. What do you mean, like if you had a bunch of hats?
Yeah. I got 10 hats that are like ganging up on me.
No. They're called a... what would that call?
A fedora?
No, that's one. What? You don't have a name.
A derby?
First off, you don't have a name for a group of hats because nobody should own a group of hats.
What if they're sentient?
You don't have sentient.
They're coming after me.
Look.
What if the sentient hats are coming after me? Indiana Jones style.
A Mad Hatter.
There you go. Look at you.
This is what happens when you get a few beers in you. And all of a sudden you start coming up with stupid stuff.
Well, that's where it comes from.
Well, that also happens.
The random in our tagline, that's me.
All right. Well, this podcast.
Hey, Enrique, talk. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Go ahead.
So,
Jerry can't help but take over.
No,
I'm restraining myself. I'm restraining myself.
It's fine. Like,
Jerry Silence.
I'm done. Done with this.
Enrique, how you been doing?
Doing
all
good.
right?
Yeah. So, pretty
how's your summer been going?
It's over, so.
Uh-oh. So much for that. Do you go to school?
Yeah. Homeschooled.
You homeschool?
Yeah.
That
What grade
sense.
you in?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What grade are you in?
He's 12.
He's
like,
senior. You're a senior.
Do you not know?
He's a
He's
senior.
12.
You're a senior?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I've been waiting for him to hurry up.
one more year, he's going to be in the world?
Yep.
That's scary.
He's going to be ate up. He's going to be ate
real
up.
scary.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know what? Here's what's going to happen, though. You're going to take everything that you learn from playing board games with us, and you can apply it into the real world. And so things like shipping in the Mediterranean, you'll be able to do effectively.
You can just apply somewhere and say, I'm an importer-exporter.
What do you do?
I work for Vandalay Industries.
I'm into acquisitions.
There you go.
I've played Acquire 16 times. Enrique's going to do his top 10. No, it's top 5. It's top 5. Now, Enrique has put all but like 20 minutes of prep into this. And I'm going to back out and say one thing about this before we start.
What you going to say?
Gabi has this habit of recording every single game that we play on the BGG app.
Yes.
Every time he does it, I'm like, why do you do that so stupid? He's like, no, I got to know who won. No, I got to know how many times to play it. Then all of a sudden, when we get ready to get Enrique to do his list, next thing I know, Gabi hits us with these statistics. Like, we haven't played this game since 2016, and you won by 3 points. And it's like, oh, and then I like that.
And it's helpful because you're like, oh, I forgot we even played that game.
Yeah, like, what, we played that? Did I have that game? Oh, yeah.
I even have games like, at first I didn't used to mark them, but I have the games we did not finish. I put a DNF. Because that means they were so terrible.
I like that term.
We did not finish.
DNR. DNF.
DNF'd them.
DNF.
Great Western Trail.
DNF.
DNF.
We got almost to the end of DNF. We almost got to the end of the trail.
But we didn't.
But we did not.
We didn't. It was not so great.
Yeah.
A Western trail.
It was a Western, but it was a trail.
That we have several quote unquote, as you like to say, sacred cows. Where do you get that phrase from?
It's actually a reference to...
Is it racist?
Oh, please don't tell me I've been using a racist phrase on this podcast. You're going to get... No, I've never said that in my life. I did not. You're going to end up...
I was just wondering.
Hang on, let me look this up.
I mean, I know, like, in certain countries, cows are sacred.
Well, I just like to point out that Tom said it first. Tom said it first.
Okay, so Dice Tower.
Now, if you don't know who Tom is...
who?
If you don't know who Tom Vassell is, he runs the Dice Tower.
Who?
Tom?
What?
Vassell?
Well then.
No, it's in the dictionary. A sacred cow. Idea, custom, or institution held, especially unreasonably so, to be above criticism, with reference to the Hindus' respects for cows as a sacred
With
animal.
reference to the Hindus.
Yes, because the Hindus think cows are very sacred.
Okay. I was just making sure we're not stepping on any toes here.
No, I'm pretty sure we got to stop saying that.
Oh, so we do need to stop
I think we need to stop saying that. So although it's in the Wikipedia, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say it's racist.
Hinduisian listeners,
We're big in the Philippines.
we apologize. I don't know. I've never said it. Jerry apologizes.
I outright apologize if I've offended anybody by using the idiom "sacred cow."
Idiom.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't call you that. That's what it is.
Enrique, you're an idiom.
Speaking of idioms,
Oh, thanks.
number 5. Hang on, we need to do music for his top
Enrique's
5.
Top 5. I don't know what to do.
You
Top 5. Go.
No, I'm going to have Nigel play us something right here.
Whatever. You don't have Nigel having doing nothing.
We get Nigel.
Do you got something?
I'm going to.
You ain't going to send nothing.
I'm gonna
I want to put this together in a week, and I'll be like, Jerry, send me that stuff. You're like, I ain't got time.
I'm going to pay Nigel $5 to do a jingle.
Okay.
All right, boom.
Just don't do
And top 5 jingle.
You're going to cut this.
Well,
Okay.
All right, Enrique.
If it's not,
I don't
it's
want to
going
see your
out
list.
just like it is, unadulterated.
Hide your list.
Fine.
Try not to bang on the table too hard.
Whatever.
Start with your top
You
5. This is
whatever me.
Enrique's
It's my
top.
table. It's my microphones and my little room on our cheap stuff. And it's got to be as good as possible.
Yeah, because we're all about quality here. Go ahead, Enrique.
Yeah.
I paid upwards of $5 for these microphones.
No, these were.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think you're just getting emotional here. Just saying.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
We're listening.
I'm intruding on your top 5.
We're actually interviewing Enrique.
Enrique,
Oh God.
go ahead.
Well then. Well, right now, my top 5 is Robinson Crusoe.
Your top 5 is Robinson Crusoe.
So do you mean that Robinson Crusoe is not 5? It's all of them, or is it
1
is it
through
number
5?
5?
Yeah.
It's number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Okay, Robinson. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Did I say something?
Right now.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
In that moment, now, not even now, it's possibly changed since then.
No,
But
first
right
off,
now,
let me.
1 through 5.
Now's the time
Because top 5s can change.
Yes, that's
So
true.
you need to go. This is your number 5.
That is his
All right.
number 5.
All right.
Robinson Crusoe.
Let me just say.
I'm shocked, to say the least.
Why?
Well, hang on a minute. You've been wanting me to be all professional. Robinson Crusoe,
Go ahead.
up to 4 players, 1 to 4 players.
Appreciate that.
Designed by. There's 2 different editions. There's the old Z-Man Games edition that has now been replaced by the Portal Games edition that was made and owned by its designer Ignacy Chevacek.
So Ignacy made the game, and then Z-Man put it out first before he
Yes.
created Portal?
Now he had Portal, and then later he got the rights to it, and
So he didn't publish his own game?
I guess not.
Weird.
That first edition was kind of rough. If you don't know about Robinson Crusoe, it is one of. It got me back into modern gaming. It is one of the hardest games to learn. And the old Z-Man Games edition was very difficult to learn because the translation and the rules was kind of hard. There is a new Portal edition. I highly recommend it. I sold the old edition, got the new edition. Robinson Crusoe is one of my favorite solo games. It is also one of the first games that I taught Enrique.
Yes, I think it was when I was still in my early ages of board gaming with you.
Yes. I said, let's play a co-op. And we played it. And we actually beat it.
I was surprised because you were saying it's extremely hard.
I had beat this game a total of 1 times prior to playing it with Enrique. I'd had it for 6 months and won it once. And Robinson Crusoe is a resource management game that just beats you down. And there's all these action cards and dice that you roll for success, and every time something bad happens. And you have to make choices, and those choices come back to get you.
And And the choices are mental, very mental.
Such as?
Well, it's the randomness and the weather. There's a type of like weathering in the game.
There is.
And
hey guys, how's the weather today?
It's cloudy.
and
With
then,
a chance of meatballs.
I hate you.
and there's a type of sheltering where we would have to gather
Shelter?
Yeah, pretty much. Where we would have to gather certain materials to build up this shack.
Enrique decided.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes. Enrique decided to sleep outside.
You're building a basketball player.
Yes, you're building up from the ground up. Enrique decided
From his size of 22s.
Yes. Enrique decided to sleep outside, so he nearly froze to death, and so my character was the cook. So I kept making him soup. That was like my job. Enrique would go out and hunt, and we'd sleep outside because I couldn't convince him to build a tent. And then I would just cook soup at night to try to make
And
it
that's
survive.
another thing is the food management.
We almost died.
Like, I was surprised.
We almost died.
When we were first playing it. It was like, all right, I'm the explorer, someone's on the hunter, and then you're the cook.
But mind you, Robinson Crusoe is such a heavy game, and as much as I love it, it is one of the few co-op games I like to play. One of my favorite solo games, but I often don't recommend it because of the weight.
Yeah.
And I know that like some people, like I played it with Gobby one time, and
Boo.
I cannot describe to you how to set up the game to him. I don't know what to tell him what to do.
I hated it.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I think we discussed that maybe in our first or second podcast.
But I just love Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah,
But I cannot recommend it because of the difficulty.
Enrique,
Yes, sir.
since the time we've been together, I have logged for you 114 different games.
Wow. 114 different games in such a short period of time?
Well,
I think so. Hold on. Well, it says 114 games, 174 plays.
We played several games twice with him.
yeah.
Enrique, and the thing is with Enrique, he gets experimented on. He doesn't consistently get to play the same games. It's like we show up and we have a
Should
new
I
game.
mention the win percentage or not?
Go ahead. I want to hear
Oh,
it.
God.
What is Enrique's win percentage?
Is it going to be like a 0.5?
No. What is it? What is it?
10%.
Yeah.
That's
sounds about right.
respectable.
1 out of 10 plays, you win.
That's respectable.
That's not bad.
That's respectable. I believe my win percentage is 52%.
Well, that's for another day.
Well, thanks for rubbing that in.
That's for
Just
another
saying.
day. Jerry, 52%, 171 games played, 300 plays.
Nice.
Since I've been logging.
Since you've been logging. So Robinson Crusoe,
Robinson
number 5.
Crusoe, you're number 5.
Before we
I
stop,
completely hate Robinson
watch
Crusoe.
it played. Not Rodney
But better
Smith.
than First Martians.
Rodney Smith does Watch It Played for Robinson Crusoe. It's like 45 minutes. Watch it, and it'll certainly help you just decide if you like the game. Go ahead, Enrique. What is your number 4?
Number 4 is The Godfather. Cornet. Is it? How do you pronounce?
Much approved.
Corleone's Empire.
Thank you.
That's your number 4?
Yeah,
That was
it-
our game of 2017.
Oh.
It's good, but it's not good as the other 3.
Well-
that I have.
I thought
It's implied.
that's how top 5s work.
I love it.
I love it,
from
but
now
it's not
on.
better.
No, from now on, every time I
good.
say this is my number 3, it's better than my number 5 and 4, but it's not as good as my 2. I'm going to start every list that way. That's
So Robinson Crusoe, good, but not as good as the other 4.
Hang on. Godfather, made by
Eric Lang. And come on!
Eric Lang, 2 to 5 players, Simon. It was our game of 2017, and I'm going to tell you this right now. The reason he likes it is because me and him played this 2-player over and over and over one day.
Like, it's
we
just-
were obsessed with it.
It was good.
What do you like about it?
Let's see. The area control. It's very limited. It's very limited.
It is.
So you would actually have to think your moves out very far ahead. And then there's objective cards, where you would gain money, and money's very important in this game.
Well, the thing about this, and I'm going to stop you there, is that the money, you not only the possessing the money, but you have to stash it.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to get the money out of your hand into your little briefcase.
And that's like separate action.
separate action.
And what is it? Like we get 2 or is
You
it
have to
2
launder
or-
the money. You place a character and you do the action.
Yeah.
You wash the money with your underwear.
Well then.
Is that where you keep your money in your underwear drawer?
That's weird.
Do you have an underwear drawer?
Maybe.
All right.
How many games did y'all play, the two of you?
I do not call. I do not recall. It was like the day you were gone and we broke into your house and we set up Godfather and you had just bought it. Like we just played it.
Because
Did you play it just
because
once?
it was like
We played it multiple times. Like I left it up and we
Okay.
just kept playing 2-player over and over and
Did
over.
he
and
ever
over.
win it?
I know
No.
when it was.
But he was close.
It was when we were when we were getting your car fixed.
That's right. My car was broke and I walked
And
over
they-
to your
and
house
they-
and I broke into Gobby's house.
Yeah.
So I have
Because
that
Paige
we.
was like, all right, I'll take you.
That was weird. Gobby's daughter was asleep. And we broke into her house, walked in here, started playing. She woke up. Who's there? It's us. Just us. Drank
I was
your
like, "What's
beer
up?"
and played your game.
We have played it 5 times. I have played it 5 times.
You have played it 5 times. And you enjoyed it thoroughly each time.
Oh, I love it.
Love it.
I won it twice. Jerry won it twice. DJ won it once.
But yeah, I played-
Enrique was there 4 of those 5 times
We
that I
played
had
it a
mentioned.
lot. I played a lot more than that. Anyways, Godfather is
Y'all probably played it about 7 or 8 times.
more than
total.
we were here all day. We were like,
And y'all just played that?
we were obsessed with it. I loved it. That's why it would just burn into my mind.
Yeah.
Godfather is, to me,
And it scales well.
it scales very well. I've played some of other Eric Lane's games, and for some reason, Godfather stuck with me. It is a
Even though it's probably one of the lead. Out of that,
it's probably his least. Well,
Rising Sun, and what's the Viking
Blood
one? Is
Rage.
it
Blood Rage is his number 1, which I don't particularly care for.
Mm-hmm.
Rising Sun kind of fell off the map because people realized it was just a remake of Blood Rage, I believe. And the worst thing that he ever cursed the gaming community with, that a certain Tom liked very well, was Dice Masters. That was horrible. Anyways, Godfather, by far, excellent game. You're number 4. And what do you like better than number 4? You're number 3, is that right?
Twilight Imperium.
The 4th edition.
Yes. The fourth
Wow.
edition.
Okay. So here's the thing.
After one mega play.
Well, yeah, he played it one time. I knew this was going to be on the list because Enrique, he
gets into it.
He gets into
did
it
quite well.
and he did quite well.
He lasted.
Well,
He lasted to the
Well,
very end, and he took
knocked me out.
He took out
Yes, we
well, I
know.
didn't.
Okay.
Well, to
viciously. He genocide.
I didn't do well at
He
first.
hunted you
I didn't-
down.
I didn't do well at first. Like I was getting beaten down by Gabi and Bubba, so I was just getting beaten down by them.
I didn't mess with you.
Oh whatever.
you did.
You came up and attacked me. You shot me in the back.
You
did.
left
With
your
great
defenses
disrespect.
open.
With great disrespect.
I'm flipping through the rule book at TI4 going, I don't think you can knock somebody out of the game. Can you knock somebody out of the game?
You
And
sure
then he
can.
And
finds it.
Enrique pursued Gabi to the ends of the universe.
And it's like I took his homeworld
ran him
and
down.
Then everyone's thinking
It was vicious.
Everyone's thinking, all right, maybe he'll leave Gabi alone.
Yeah.
Nah, I
You were the
chased him.
Lions too, weren't you? You were the Lions as you
Yeah,
died.
the traitors.
Yeah. And then he had to sit for 4 hours while we finished the game. that was literally Enrique's shining moment.
I was like, well, it's time to take someone out.
Just by the way, this was TI4, made by Fantasy Flight. Christopher Peterson. What's his name? Christopher Peterson. That made it.
Yes, whatever. I don't know.
And Corey Chesnick. Anyways, we have not gotten to play it a lot, but we brought it with.
Who?
Corey Chesnick is the.
Look, let me say.
Well, I don't know if Corey Chesnick. Corey Chesnick helps with it.
Well, he's going to come into play.
Christian Peterson.
But who's the other designers?
It just says Christian Peterson.
That's it?
Yeah. But Corey Chesnick helped a lot, I think.
No, you're saying Corey, because I was looking at Board Game Geek, and they have like their top so many designers, top
Yeah.
10 or whatever. And there's a Corey something that
Yeah.
works for Fantasy
It's
Flight.
Corey Chesnick.
That's him.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's like everything. He collaborates a lot on like mega games.
Yeah, he's like Christian Peterson's sidekick. Fun fact from what I hear about him was that he got hired by Fantasy Flight because of Twilight Imperium. He sent in an expansion that he had designed for the game.
Really?
Yes, and they just got with him. And next thing I know, I think he Godfather. I think he not Godfather. I'm sorry, Game of Thrones. I believe he collaborated with that. But another game for which I just melts my mind that he designed, I believe.
Milts?
Milts.
Interesting.
Forbidden Stars. I believe it's Corey Chesney. He's rock.
He's
solid.
legit.
He's legit. But TI4, I brought it because I want to play a 3-player game of it one day with just me, you, and Enrique.
I think that's going to be a mistake, but I'll play it.
Well, I want to find out. All right, Enrique.
Corey Cheselchek.
Huh?
Corey
No.
Chesnick.
Chesnick.
All right, your number 2, which
phone's
is
being slow.
better than your 5, 4, and 3, but not as better as your number
Not as
1.
good as number 1.
Brass Birmingham.
Wait, is this number 3?
Number 2.
No, number 2.
Wait.
I already went down it. I'm writing him down.
Well, then tell me. Refresh my memory.
I'm not telling you anything. You
Refresh my memory.
Robinson Crusoe, number 5.
Okay. That was a long time ago.
Godfather.
Okay.
TI4.
TI4. So that's 5, 4, 3. Oh, number 2 already.
Brass.
Oh, Brass.
Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham.
Birmingham, really?
Yeah.
So you like the
Even after you
Birmingham
played
better than Lancashire?
Even after you played Lancashire.
Like, for me,
we don't know how to pronounce it.
like,
You like Brimham better than
like,
Lancashire?
well, first of all, we didn't. Oh wait, never mind.
Which one?
What?
No, I was going to say something stupid. It was,
Go ahead.
No, back
That's
it
what
up.
we
Back
want.
it up. No, back
We
it up.
love stupid stuff.
We don't
Alright.
like stupid stuff.
I was literally.
That's why
about-
Jerry's on the podcast. Oh, Bazinga.
Brass Birmingham and Brass Lancashire are 2 games by probably my favorite designer, Martin Wallace. He's up there.
He's jumped up there here recently.
I just love that man.
It's just like.
Have you ever seen him?
Wait. Yeah, I think he was on Shut Up and Sit Down one time.
He looks so unnassuming.
He's
a genius.
He's
a genius.
He's made many a genius game.
All right,
And many a not so
Enrique,
genius
I need you
game.
to describe to me what you think Brass
Brass Brimshire is.
was about.
Brimshire, really?
Yes.
Birmingham.
Go ahead, Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Brass Burger.
Birmingham.
Burger King. Go
Brass
ahead.
Burger King.
That's what we need to
I'm about
make.
to sell my milkshakes. Charbroiled.
That would bring the boys to the yard.
Yes. No.
Stop.
Scotland Yard. Because that's nearby.
You're getting deep.
Okay. Brass Birmingham. Go.
Birmingham. All right. Brass Birmingham. I can't say it correctly.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead. Just no, we don't.
Leave me alone.
Just say Brass.
Brass.
Brass, and then the one that starts with a B.
All right.
That's your favorite out of the 2.
Yes, sir.
You like
Why?
it better than the other one?
For
May we
me,
ask why?
It's more. Lancashire is it's a little bit more cramped for me, and I don't.
I think it's Lancashire, but go ahead.
Is it Lancashire? I think
Who
you're
knows?
correct.
I'm not sure.
Enrique.
Lancashire is just a very enclosed. It feels more enclosed.
It is.
And
Like a closet.
yeah, pretty much. And the other Brass is just more very open, and you have a lot of more places and locations to actually build your buildings.
Well, I will say this: Birmingham has beer,
Yes.
which naturally makes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's why it's my favorite.
Brass is a heavy economic game.
Which I was surprisingly.
And Enrique is horrible at
He's
anything
terrible.
that requires
Atrocious.
money or planning
Absolutely.
Yeah.
or
Just
forethought
disgusting.
or
It's just
decision making or
Let's
executive
go down
function
the list.
Or
Why
just-
don't you?
or just
Any
paying
sort of
attention,
intellect.
anything of that nature. Pretty much, even rolling dice is difficult for Enrique. Enrique
He
rolls.
shakes them for like 10 minutes.
Enrique's the
before
only
he lets
person
them
I
go.
know that does the open-handed dice roll. He puts the dice in his hand precariously,
He like massages them gently.
keeps his hand palms open, and then rolls them around in his
makes me
open
angry
palm until
every
they
time
fall
he
out of
does
his hand.
We were just playing dice, Rise of Tribes, and every time he shook the dice, I was getting angry.
Yes.
But
So-
we'll go into Rise of Tribes later.
I backed Birmingham and Lancashire, not thinking nobody will play this with me. Like Gobby's not going to like it.
I
Enrique's
have
not
heard
gonna
of
like
Brass, Brass is always up on the top, whatever,
It's up
of
there.
Board Game Geek. It's like a sacred something or other.
it. Yes, a sacred squirrel.
A sacred squirrel.
Like-
A sacred giraffe.
What is a herd of squirrels called?
I don't know, but a herd of giraffes is a tower.
A tower.
A tower.
Because of the
Really?
necks.
I love that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do you know what a group of lemurs is called?
Oh god.
what?
A conspiracy.
We actually discussed that one last time.
know, but
we're
I'm
going to have to write down
I'm
all
gonna-
of these groupings.
No.
Keep track.
Oh.
What about octopus? What if
A
there's more
group
than one
of
octopi?
squirrels is a scurry.
It's scary.
That's what they do. They're
yes,
scary.
they do scary.
Wow.
That's adorable.
I love squirrels. And Martin Wallace.
And Martin Wallace.
And Brass. Brass squirrels.
I've heard of Brass, and it's intimidated me.
Of the metal?
Or
of the game. You don't like Brass? Every time you walk into your kitchen, see brass pots, you're like, what?
Oh, what?
How do you cook with those? Where's my stainless steel?
I've heard of this game, Brass,
Yes.
by Martin Wallace for a long time, and it has intimidated me because it's got quite the cult following. Now, the original Brass is apparently a little more complicated. It's got a few more, maybe just a few more rules than Lancashire. Mm-hmm. But we had played first Birmingham, loved it. Like, it just blew my mind, and like right off the bat. Now, I did have yet to make my decision because...
In our next podcast, it's going to be our comparison between Brass.
Okay.
So just calm
All right,
yourself down.
whatever.
Calm
Fine.
it down. Calm it down. But
But-
Enrique, tell me what you think Brass is about.
Fine, I'll be
Like,
quiet.
Please be quiet.
When you were explaining to me what Brass was, I was very, very nervous because, like you said, economics, money, planning ahead. I thought I was going to
You're
suck
not
at
good with any of those things
you're
in
right.
real life.
Up on
it. Like, I thought I was going to suck
that.
at
But
it.
you didn't.
He doesn't
But
even have a
then-
job.
You did good, though.
Like, when we were first playing, like, DJ was asking, like, hey, what's this? And you're just like,
Enrique understood it.
And
This
it's
is the
like-
first game I've ever saw that Enrique truly understood the underlying strategy.
yeah.
We
And took after it and developed his own little... Like, I was impressed. I gave a very poor explanation about Brass, and then we watched Rodney's video, and then we just started. And Enrique, like, figured out, I'm going to build my little network here and get my coal and get my beer and move
Well,
this. Yeah, it was amazing.
You had explained it somewhat to me and Enrique. Well, you explained the game.
Yeah.
And then we had our fourth player, Deej, come into play.
He showed up.
He literally just sat down
It's
and
like,
we
what's
said,
up, guys?
we gave him the severe basics of you play a card, you make a move. These are your actions that are listed on the card. Just pay attention. We'll show you what to do as we go along. And he picked it up.
Yeah.
For a super complicated game, the actions are easy to understand. Now, of course, there's fiddly rules in there we won't go into right now, but DJ picked it up immediately. Enrique picked it up, did excellent. The first round of Birmingham was well ahead of all of us. We actually thought he was going to win it.
But then you decided, hey, cotton gins.
Yes.
I built cotton gins like crazy. I'm going to lean into cotton.
That's what it'd be.
I don't know what it's going to do,
Making Haynes.
but I'm just going to lean into cotton.
It wasn't good. Anyways, we're going to have our review of Brass, our comparison of Brass.
All right.
Our next one.
Okay, we get it.
All right, hang on. So just recap. Number 5, Robinson Crusoe. Number 4, Godfather. Number 3, TI4.
What are you doing? We've all done this.
Number 2, Brass Birmingham. Number 1, which is better than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is better than all of them.
All right, hang on. I'm going to guess.
The best game of all time.
I'm going to guess. No, wait.
Enrique's favorite game of all time. Okay, but don't say no. I'm going to guess too.
Hang on. Think of what it is, because I just cannot imagine. Hang on. Godfather, TI4, and Brass. I knew those would be on there. I forgot about Robinson Crusoe. I'm going to put down... It's going to be something like...
If it's something
It's gonna be
recent, or if
something.
it's like something that's
Oh, I
legit his
know what it
favorite.
is. I know what it is without a doubt. Without a doubt, I will lay money down on this. I already know what this is. I just cannot believe this didn't come to mind.
Hold on.
I got it.
Well, let me write mine down. Let me write mine down.
Just right on your hand.
This is my initial, but then I'm going to look at the games and see.
No, this is what it is. Go ahead. I don't even know what that says. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right, Enrique.
Wait. Don't look, Enrique.
All right.
No, that's not it. You're
Okay.
wrong. You're wrong.
Well, you said that way back in the day.
It is back in the day. This
Okay.
was like the first game I ever played with Enrique.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me look up Enrique. All right. The first game you played with Enrique?
I think this is one of the first games I ever played with Enrique. I know the first game that I played with Enrique, but right after this, when I realized I had a disciple. I realized I could get him out there and teach him something. This was the first real board game I played with him.
You have this
I
written
see
down?
what- I
You have
see
this
what-
written
He has
down?
it written down.
I see which one that you're talking. I can see which one you wrote down.
Okay, let me
but
look through this stuff
it's
here.
probably not it.
Okay, games Enrique has played. I'm just going to go through real quick.
Oh, we ain't got time for that. All right, go, Enrique, go.
We got Skull, Near and Far, Baronies. No, don't say nothing yet.
We don't have an hour. We don't have an hour podcast.
I'm just looking. I'm trying to think of games that Enrique likes. What does Enrique like?
He likes poking himself in the eye. Fortnite.
Fortnite's dumb. It's like that is the most terrible game I've
Robinson
ever
Crusoe's
played.
right there.
Has no accuracy for aiming, nothing.
All right.
That game's trash.
Go
Let me
ahead.
look through real quick, and then I'm going to name it.
Are you going to hurry up and edit all this out?
Yeah, I'll edit out all the
No,
blank
yeah.
spots.
You always
Blank
say that you're
spots.
going to edit stuff out. Do you
don't
know,
edit.
while Gabi's looking at this, do you know what a group of porcupines is called?
A spike.
A prickle.
Prickle. Yeah. That's close.
Enrique, do you know what a group of monkeys is called?
No.
A barrel. A
barrel
barrel
of
of monkeys. Would not have believed it. All right, Enrique,
Wait. Let me name it.
go ahead.
I'm going to say Seven Wonders.
Nope, not it. Go ahead, Enrique.
What's yours?
I wrote it down.
Well, say it because he's fixing to name it.
Cosmic Encounters.
Anachrony.
What?
You like Anachrony?
Because I believe it was the...
You don't even you played it. You don't even know. Anachrony's your number one.
Wow.
Because it's the only game that gave me a mental breakdown.
Enrique,
Oh, what?
Now, that's not
No,
saying
no.
the only game that gave you a mental breakdown.
Anachrony?
Yes.
Wow. So
I-
unexpected, dudes.
That was
Like, for
way
me-
out in right field.
Because
Wow. Like, you always talk about Enrique dominating Seven Wonders and how much he loves Seven Wonders. And
He
I just
loves Seven. I
My-
hate Seven Wonders. The only reason I have Seven Wonders is for Enrique.
thought, okay, go ahead. Anachrony, go.
He doesn't
Like-
even remember what it's about.
Anachrony
Space.
it's time
Space
travel.
work.
Time
Placement.
travel. Time travel.
And
Worker placement, time travel, resource management.
pretty much.
And
And
the first minis I ever painted. They're beautiful.
oh yeah,
Take them
They're
out and look at them.
because look up on your list, Gabi, for Anachrony, because I'm pretty sure I won that game.
We've played it maybe twice.
Yeah, like we haven't played this very much. And you love it that much.
Literally, we've played
Played
it
it twice. Yeah, I was about to say.
Jerry's one. No, okay, I'm wrong. Oh, snap! Jerry won it twice. Enrique won it once. Oh,
Wow.
snap.
So Enrique won a game. This is
won.
one of his 10%. All right, I'm going to be guilty on this and say I enjoy Anachrony. The few times we've played it, the problem is that it is so fiddly with all those
It has
pieces.
got a ton of pieces.
I love painting it though. Painting that thing was amazing.
I was splurged on this one. A game that I actually splurged on the how do they call that? Like the deluxe pieces
yes.
or whatever.
Which,
And it's paid off.
let's be serious, you splurge on every deluxe. If it slaps deluxe on it and
Well.
says it's got a few more meeples, you buy it.
Well, I do.
May I point out Charterstone?
Viticulture. You're
Viticulture. I
welcome.
love viticulture.
Okay.
And you even got the coins for Empire's Age of Discovery.
You're welcome.
Anachrony.
Wait, what did you just say? Oh, yeah.
Anachrony. It is a difficult game to grok, to understand, but it was not my number one for you.
No,
And it's
no.
It blew me away.
no,
All right,
like-
the first game I ever played with you. The first game I ever
I
played
was
with
thinking
you.
the same one.
What was
No
it?
way.
It was cool.
Two.
Yeah.
Touched my heart. He remembers. I busted out Coup and I played it with him.
Yeah,
and
because
I
we-
knew then. I knew then.
Because we were at a
Yeah,
party.
we was at a party and I busted out Coup.
That's what
And
Coup's
it's
good
like,
for.
you just like kind
It's
of
a
just
good party
grabbed me,
game.
put me in a seat. I got this. You want to play it?
And
And I'm
after-
just like, all right.
After that, we played a traditional card game, an old
Crazy
one.
Eights.
Nope, Millie Bournes.
Go fish. What?
Yep,
What'd you say?
Millie Bournes is a French
I
game.
don't know what you're talking about.
Horrid. Do not play it. Do not buy it.
Millie Bournes?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's a
literally never heard of
Well,
that game in my
because
life.
you
card,
literally
racing card
don't ever
game.
pay attention.
The only
Millie Bournes? I've never heard that game in my life.
Never mind. The next
Why are
real
you saying never mind?
never mind because the real board game that we actually played next was Cosmic Encounter. And Enrique was obsessed with that. We played Cosmic Encounter so often.
He even bought my copy that was never
Oh, yeah.
opened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was like one of our first interactions was
Yes.
I was like, Jerry, come over. I'm
Yeah, buy
like, he's like,
this.
one of the first games we played together was Cosmic Encounter.
What was our first game we played together though?
Me and you?
Me and you. Just me and you. If you don't remember this is why my mind's like a steel trap. I remember stuff. The first game me and you ever played.
The first game that me
It was
and you
just
played
me and
together.
you. Just me and you. I came over and we
Wait,
played it.
Just me and you?
Just me and you. Just two of us.
Just two.
We can make it. Yeah. You'll make me sad if you don't know it.
I'm sorry.
You still own it.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Jaipur.
Really?
Yep. We came over.
Wait,
we played
weird.
Jaipur.
What was it?
You had it set
Jaipur?
up. I come over to your house, and you're like, "Let's play this card game." I don't know, and I sat there and I loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Really?
Yes, I was obsessed with Jaipur from
I
then
thought
on.
the first game we played together was Cosmic Encounter because it was you, me, Enrique.
Yes, that was the
Christina,
first game we
Bubba.
played together. But the first game
Now it's okay.
Well, whatever.
So you're changing it.
well,
No, he
I
literally-
preferenced it.
He
Okay.
literally
It's just us.
said between you two.
We shared a
No,
moment
the first
against
game we played
Jaipur.
together, okay.
That's when I
And-
knew
and
it's a
I'll-
great game.
4 years ago.
And
4 years ago.
I'll
When
say
Bubba
it
said,
because-
"Hey, there's this other guy that plays board games,"
I have this other weird friend that plays board games and doesn't tell anybody.
and he ropes me into stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I played like Steam Park with Bubba and Amy and me and Gina, and like Bubba was like, "Oh, I kind of like this." And he's like, then he moved to Hugo, and he's like, "Hey, there's a guy over in Hugo that plays board games too." I'm like, "Wow!" And a friendship was forged, and it's going to last to eternity.
Huzzah.
That's pretty much. And then I included Enrique mainly because his dad told me one time, "My son won't stop playing that Xbox." And I said, "He won't." He says, "No." He says, "All he does is sit around and play that whatever."
Yeah,
And I
pretty
said,
much.
"I'll get him away from that." So I showed up. I said, "We're going to play some just good old
Enrique
fashioned."
is a solid number 3,
He became a solid number 3. He became the third wheel.
the third wheel
Yes.
of BGS.
All right, Enrique. That's a nice list. You got some heavy hitters on. I've got to admit that Anachrony threw me off.
Anachrony.
Well,
But that is
Unexpected.
a classic. That's a good game.
I'll say
Brass is an excellent game.
because Cosmic Encounter can be played by everyone. It's not a complicated game. It's not. It's
it's,
just very
it's like a party game,
yeah, pretty much.
but it's got some meat to it.
Anachrony and Brass, I would have never guessed.
I would have. I'll tell you
love
this:
Brass.
that Godfather I thought about might be on there. TI4 I expected.
I thought Near and Far might be on there because he loved Near and
Near
Far.
and Far.
I love the story to it.
Robinson
It's just-
Crusoe kind of caught me off guard too, but Anachrony.
I love-
not
Basically,
in a
his
million-
top 5, all 5 got you off guard.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, TI4 I figured. Godfather I figured. Brass, he really liked Brass. Me and him played Brass and he loved it.
I love it.
Now, that's not just because it's the most recent, is it?
No, it's just I'm
good at
surprised-
it.
I'm surprised
He
I
He gets
is
it.
good at
He
it.
gets it.
It's just how it is. And then Anachrony. I think when we first played it, I think I won it first.
I think you won the first one because I remember being really upset. I remember
Because
being,
I was
we got like
Jerry
we had,
gets upset whenever
we had like
doesn't
4 people.
win.
We had like Bubba was playing it with us, and I just
Yeah.
remember thinking I painted these miniatures, and nobody.
Oh, I know what it
nobody
was.
would
It's a
compliment.
brain
I know what it
Nobody
was.
complimented me on the pretty miniatures.
You did not have them painted the first time we played.
The second time we played, we did, and I
Yes.
purposely
I-
set them out and looked around, waiting for
Oh, yeah.
compliments.
I know why you were mad because now I remember because it was between you and me, and I won by water.
That's right. He had the most
Yes.
water.
Yes.
Nah.
Anachrony. That's one we need to get back to.
I'm gonna bust it out to remember if I even liked it.
when we can have all those pieces back on the table.
Because it gave me like a literal like mental breakdown, and I was surprised I even won it.
Well, everybody, that's your Enrique episode,
Bam.
and you did an excellent job. We thank you for your listening. Wait, what? No, you sign
Oh.
us off. I'm done with this. I'm gonna get me another shiner.
All right, this is Enrique.
Shiner, a Texas beer, born and bred. When I die, I'll be Texas dead.
I'm going to just assume that was your outro.
That's my outro. We're
Sure,
good
why
now.
not?
Bye.
All right, let's get out of here.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.